0.
I'd never heard of it
familiar.
for the film, but
Yeah.
Alden read it in a week, and
That's not true.
Alright, it's not true. In the first week of rehearsal, I would go past the gym in the warehouse, and while he was buffing up to play a jock, he'd also be reading the book on the exercise bike with the script, and made me feel like a not proper actor. But
That's why I did it.
I read all of them. They're really fun. The characters are dynamic, they're fun, it's adventurous, and you're really drawn into how much it's narrated from the boy's point of view, and he is in love with this woman who has all this power. So I think it's kind of a role reversal, because you see the women in this Duquesne family, my evil character included, are the most powerful women in the whole world, and you're seeing them rescue the men. So it's just a kind of different, interesting twist on things.
You get to ruin fake relationships instead of real ones, which is nice. You know, as an 18-year-old with crazy hormones, it's nice I get to do it fake. No, I thought it was really fun for me and exciting to get to say to myself that these people in my life who were mean to me in middle school or whatever, they were there for a reason. Because I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and sometimes when something that bad can happen to you or people are that mean to you, you can't really see the light at the end of the tunnel. You don't really understand why it's happening. So it's fun for me. I got to pull from real experiences, and it was fun. I'm defensive of her, and I while that being said, I understand her position in the story, because you have to understand why you're there, and it's to show the audience, in my opinion, why Ethan, one of the reasons that Ethan is so disdainful of his environment. See that word I used?
Disdainful.
You impressed?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was really impressed.
So I mean, and she kind of represents everything that Lena is, and she's manipulative, and she's entitled, and she's spoiled, and she's kind of very close-minded.
And do blondes have more fun? You have to dye your hair.
No, they don't. People are very mean. They don't have more fun, and people are mean to me.
They definitely don't.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one. Honestly, I've been asked that so many times, and I have no idea how to answer that.
You know, I think that what I really liked about the characters in this story is that they weren't, what I think can sometimes happen within the teenage genre is that, people, they don't want to be cheesy, they don't want to be this, so it turns into a sort of manipulation of what they think teenagers, what a writer thinks a teenage person is, and what they think teenagers want to see of themselves. Mm-hmm. So I think it can sometimes lean towards trying to be cool, which is less interesting. Right. Whereas these characters, to me, had an honesty and a reality and passion about them that was funny when it was funny and touching when it was touching, and while still existing within cliches and mainstream genre, it wasn't bound by that. It could be playful and land left of center wherever it wanted, and I love that.
We had a lot of fun, and just being down in New Orleans, being around the voodoo and the Wicca down there definitely infused us a little bit. And our cast is mostly very young, and I'm like the man in the middle. Like, we have like Jeremy Irons and Emma Thompson, and then everyone else is 17, and then there's me. So I was kind of, the watchdog for all the kids.
Sometimes people call like making a movie the first day of movie. It's kind of like the first day of high school with money or whatever. But for me, it was like Thomas always says, it's like summer camp. Like, it was really just everybody got along, and it's scary because you never know what. I guess you just don't know what to expect. But we all got along really well, and Thomas and I had a lot of downtime because we obviously weren't in every scene or everything. So it was fun because you're in such a cultured city. There were so many things to explore and learn about and see. And we don't hate each other, which is the best part about it.
Still don't hate each other.
Ish. Thomas,
right?
Not now.
They're written as people as opposed to trying to capture some. Because when you try too hard to catch that one cultural moment, you end up with a script where everybody's saying like, "Hey, let's scooter on down to the soda fountain and flip our skateboards out on the flip side," and that doesn't really. I mean, that's how me and my friends talk, but that's not really how, everybody talks.
I grew up in Dallas where there's not a lot of, film work, so I ended up doing, like, toy commercials for, like, Hasbro, like, Super Soaker commercials and stuff. So that's where I got my start in acting.
You were born for that role.
Yeah, I know, I killed it. You should read those reviews. And so then after that I moved out to LA, and I had a friend living out there. I didn't move out. I went out temporarily to try and audition, and ended up getting my first movie, which was just a really great experience. And so I've been living in LA ever since.
I have always wanted to be an actress. And I know that's kind of a question that people are always like, is that because your parents? And I can't say, nurture versus nature. I feel as though that it is both.